Hello and welcome back to Xbox On. Henry and Bex here with another piping hot tray of Xbox bargains for you, straight out of the deals oven. This weekend is the 25th annual QuakeCon, a gaming convention that was set up to celebrate the output of Doom developer Id Software, and now encompasses everything published by Bethesda Softworks. This year's event is taking place online for obvious reasons, which means you can participate from the comfort of your own home. But why are we telling you this? Well, that's because there's a tie-in sale on Bethesda games so you can get prepped for the event. And that means, of course, big discounts on some of our favourite games of all time.
Let's start by raising hell, because Doom Eternal's price has been ripped and torn in half this week. This is the second game in its reboot of the seminal shooter series. But if you didn't play the last game, don't worry too much. You're the Doom Slayer, and there are a load of demons that need slaying. There, you're all caught up. What's really important here is the combat, which has been polished until it shines like a freshly harvested demon guts. To survive, you'll need to keep moving and learn to use every part of your arsenal, from the new flamethrower and wrist blade to more traditional tools of destruction like the BFG and super shotgun. Throw in the new multiplayer battle mode where 2 players take control of demons to try and bring down the Slayer, and you've got yourself one hell of a shooter.
Doom is one of the games that can lay a claim to inventing the first-person shooter, but going back even further, there was Wolfenstein 3D, the game that made id Software's name just 18 months before it unleashed Doom on the world. Fast forward a quarter century, and the Wolfenstein series has undergone its own big revamp, mixing the best of modern shooters with that old-school shoot-and-strafe sensibility. The new Colossus is probably the best one yet, and you can pick it up for 70% off. New Colossus takes you to an alt-history 1960s, where the other side won World War II. But old BJ Blazkowicz just isn't about to take that line down. So grab some guns, strap on a silencer, or dual-wield a pair of laser guns, and see if you can kick the Nazis out of America once and for all.
In a world where there are no rules, insanity rules.
While we were on tour of id-developed shoot-bangy delights, we have to talk Rage 2, which puts a post-apocalyptic sci-fi spin on the id formula of blood, guts, and big flippin' guns. If this all sounds a bit dark and gritty, fear not, because this is one of the most colourful and inventive shooters around, mixing dusty wastelands with pink neon and a truly unique arsenal. A pistol that fires remote control explosives, a ground pound attack, anti-gravity darts that'll ragdoll your enemies into the sky? Yes please. This one's also available on Game Pass, but if you haven't signed up yet or just want a copy to keep forever, you can grab it for 80% off this week. Nothing to rage about there.
Sticking with the first-person perspective, but shape-shifting into something a little different, we've got 70% off Prey. This is part shooter, part RPG from the studio behind the Dishonored games. You're trapped aboard a space station infested with aliens. Luckily, you've got abilities to match theirs thanks to the game's neuromods, plus weapons like the awesome glue gun, which not only sticks enemies to the floor but can be used to build bridges and explore the station however you like. It's a bit of a hidden gem that's secretly one of the best games of this generation, and right now you can get it for less than a third of the usual price.
This wasn't the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in.
And from a low-key classic to some games that everyone and their gran knows are great, starting with Fallout 4. Just in case you spent the last decade locked in a vault, Fallout 4 is Bethesda's massive post-apocalyptic RPG, and one of the best rated games on Xbox One. This time, you're exploring a wasteland that used to be Boston, on a quest to rescue your kidnapped son. But that's just one of the dozens, maybe even hundreds of stories that you'll encounter along the way. This week, you can get a whopping 70% off the Game of the Year edition, including all 6 DLC expansions, which add everything from robot companions to a whole new city to visit, plus official support for mods, letting you experience all the amazing and crazy things other players have added to the game.
And then there's Bethesda's other big RPG series, The Elder Scrolls, specifically the 5th game in the franchise, a little game you might have heard of called Skyrim. In case you somehow don't own it by this point, you can pick up the special edition of this massive, game-changing fantasy RPG for just a third of the usual price. The special edition gets you a remastered version of this classic game, along with the Dragonborn, Dawnguard, and Hearthfire expansions, and once again, full mod support. Want to team up with a rabbit, or do battle with a dragon who looks like Thomas the Tank Engine? Well, fill your boots.
An unholy alliance casts its shadow across Skyrim.
And if you'd like to stick around in Skyrim and make a few friends while you're at it, well, we've got just the thing. The Elder Scrolls Online is an awesome MMO set in the same world of Tamriel. And even better, it's included with Xbox Game Pass. But this week, there's a deal on the newest expansion, Greymoor, which lets you explore the frozen region of Western Skyrim, hundreds of years before you become Dragonborn. You're not just here to admire the mountains and remember good times though, there's an undead uprising to be halted. And for anyone who fancies not just beating them up, but joining them, there's a newly overhauled vampire skill tree to explore. If you got the base game already, or you're signed up to Game Pass, you can get the upgrade pack for 35% off. And if not, don't worry, you can buy a Greymoor bundle that comes with everything you need to play at the same discount, so that's nice.
And if all that vamping around has given you a bit of a taste for horror, then you might want to check out The Evil Within 2 for 70% off. This series is the brainchild of legendary developer Shinji Mikami, creator of Resident Evil, which should give you a pretty good idea of The Evil Within 2's vibe. You plug into a kind of horror movie version of The Matrix, filled with nightmarish environments and monster designs unlike anything you've ever seen before. Well, unless multi-limbed ceiling-clambering camera-faced beasts are just an everyday occurrence for you. I mean, I really hope they're not for your sake.
One more big score, we got enough money to leave. What do you think?
It's not all Bethesda this week though, with a couple of deals with gold offers we just had to mention. First up, you can get 65% off Red Dead Redemption 2, the special edition. As well as one of the best campaigns in gaming history and the sprawling multiplayer of Red Dead Online, the special edition gives you access to 2 exclusive missions, a very handsome dappled black steed, and a few extra bits and pieces for the story mode. And it's a good time to join this particular posse because Red Dead Online has just got its latest free update, The Naturalist. This one's all about varmints and a new career that has you tracking down legendary animals, and a new advanced camera to grab some nature shots when you do so. Plus, the 3rd season of the Outlaw Pass with 80 ranks of rewards to unlock. And of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 is currently available to any Xbox Game Pass members as part of their subscription. So you're pretty spoiled for choice there, partner.
And speaking of games you can get on the cheap through deals with gold or on Game Pass, Golf with Your Friends is 25% off. This has to be one of the most stunning cases of does what it says on the tin in gaming history. I mean, it's golf, and you'll never believe this, with your friends. Up to 11 of them, in fact, as you putt your way around nearly 200 holes of mini-golf action. It's the perfect party game. Party? No? Well, the important thing is, if you're playing on Game Pass but your friend doesn't have a membership, or vice versa, it's now cheaper than ever to start playing together.
So there you have it, another pile of great deals to check out. We do these videos every week, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never have to miss a bargain again. Let us know what you're grabbing down in the comments, smash that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye!